We have a very simple yet powerful compensation plan. It is based on a two-team plan. So you can look at it as Team A, Team B, Team 1, Team 2, left side, right side, it doesn't matter. But there's two different ways to get paid, actually three different ways that we're going to cover. First off is you can bring somebody in as a customer. The product, if they just go out and buy just the product by itself and get our call center along with that, that's $39.95. And that has a 30 CV, so they're going to make $15, and then $12 is going to go into our two-team compensation plan to pay the entire upline. We have another that's more of a premier business builder package that's $59.95 that has 40 CV, so they'd make $20 there, and then $16 would go into the two-team plan to pay the upline. So that's the first way to get paid, and that's both on customers and also on first orders, and then on all other orders. So second, third, fourth, fifth, every time they're ordering their product every single month, that's going to go straight into the two-team plan. Now it's a very simple plan. There's no levels. It's just based 100% on volume. So if we just go left side and right side, let's say you do 1,000 in volume on your left side, you do $1,200 in volume on your right side. It pays every single week. So at the end of the week, the computer is actually going to look at that volume. It's going to match it up. So the matched volume right there would be 1,000 left and 1,000 on your right. So you'd have 2,000 a matched volume. On that, you're going to make 12.5% or $250. Now the $200 in volume that you wasn't paid on, that doesn't just go away. That'll actually carry over to the next week, and that right team will start with 200. The other team will start with 0, and it just continues on every single week. So that's one way that we explain it. That's what I feel kind of the easier way to make sure that everybody realizes you're actually paid on both teams. You just look at the balanced volume on each team, and you're paid on that. So another example, let's say the next week, one team did 500, my left team did 500, my right team did 600. So that matched volume is 500 on each. That's 1,000 in total volume. I make 12.5% of that, or $125. I'm paid on both teams, and then the $100 that I wasn't paid on would carry over to the next week, and it will stay there until you get paid on it. So what that does is it eventually, as that starts to continue to build up, and more volume is carrying over, and so the first week 200 carried over, the second week 100 carried over, so now I have 300 before I ever start. What it eventually does is it gets it so that one team is usually bigger than the other, so then you can just focus all of your efforts, all of your building just down one team. It allows a lot of people to be rewarded. Now, every now and again, sometimes people struggle to get both teams going and getting them balanced. So we have another part of the compensation plan that we feel is extremely powerful, and that's a matching bonus. Every single person that you bring into the business, you're going to earn 100% of whatever they make in their two-team plan. So if they make $1,000, you're going to make 1,000. If they make $2,000 a week, you'll make $2,000 a week. If you sign up 10 people that each make $500 a week, you're going to make $5,000 a week. Even if they're all down the same side, even if you only have one team, you don't even have two teams going, you can still make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single week through our 100% matching bonus. So that's really the entire compensation plan. It's not something that's difficult. It's not something that anybody really needs to overthink. In order to activate your, what we'd call your income center, or activate your business, you just need to get both teams going. So you need to bring somebody in on your left team, bring somebody in on your right team, and then right there you're qualified to make money on the two-team plan. And again, it doesn't pay any levels. It just pays on volume. That's all there is to it. Sponsor one on the left, one on the right, and you're fully qualified. There's no other hoops and hurdles to jump through. The matching bonus starts with the first person that you sponsor. So sponsor one person and you get a 100% matching bonus. In addition to that, we have what we call the K Club. The K Club is based on earnings, so our ranks are a little different because we make it so easy for everybody to max out the compensation plan, but we still want ranks and we still want incentives to go out there. So the 1K Club is somebody who's made at least $1,000 in total commissions 2 months in a row. They become what we'd call a 1K member, and then they get incentives and rewards based on being a 1K in the K Club. Then we have 3K, 5K, etc., in order to go up the ranks and in qualification. And it just has to do with the total monthly earnings. We didn't want people to have a whole bunch of hoops and hurdles to jump through in order to qualify and have to do, so much volume on one side and so much volume on the other before you get paid the maximum percentages. We literally just calculated the maximum that we can pay out on the compensation plan, and we want it to be as fair as you possibly can. So not only do we have an amazing product that we feel that everybody should be on, from infants up to people in their 70s, 80s, 90s. There's nobody that I can think that shouldn't be taking this product every single day. Everybody needs oxygen to live. Everybody needs minerals to live, and this is just an absolutely incredible form of a liquid stabilized oxygen product, and then also has some amazing minerals. So that's what the product is. The compensation plan, very easy, very fair. Just a quick example here, 90-day plan that we're really trying to get as many people to push on as possible. Some people are doing a 10-day plan, but if you just look at this as a 90-day plan, a lot of businesses have been built by just different 90-day bursts, going all out, everything that you possibly can put into it for a 90-day period. See how your business is, and then just kind of evaluate and come up with another 90-day blitz, and that's how some of the biggest businesses, the seven-figure earners, people making over $1 million a year, that's how a lot of them have built their businesses, is just coming up with a game plan and not looking any other direction, just 100% focused, straightforward, putting that plan into action, and then look at it after 90 days, and not that they're going to quit or do anything else. They're just going to look and say, how did that work out? Do we need to adjust it? Do we need to change lead sources? Do we need to market things a little bit different? Do we need to add more training? What was going on with our business? And then that's where they really can get in and evaluate it. So if you look at that, the goal here would be to get your first 2 business partners to get your income center activated, or your business activated, within your first 10 days. So that's 1 left, 1 right. And now if you just duplicate that every 10 days, not you getting 2 people every 10 days, you just get the 10, you get the ball rolling. You get 2 people in 10 days, that's your 2. They get 10 in 2 days, that's 4 more, for a total of 6. They get 2 in 10 days, that's 8 more. And as that continues on, in 90 days, that's going to put you at over a $10,000 per month leveraged residual income. So some people are saying, hey, it doesn't need to take 10 days in order for you to get your 2 people. You can get your 2 people your first day if you really go for it. So if you get 2 people your first day, they get 2 their first day, then you're looking at, within 10 days, you're already creating a $10,000 per month leveraged residual income. Now, let's say it takes a little bit longer. You can't get your 2 people in a day, or you can't get them in 10 days, and you can't even get them in 20 or 30 days. Let's say it takes you 30 days. Still, you're looking at creating a significant, 6-figure residual income by the end of your first year in your brand new spare time home-based business, by just going out there and educating people on a product that every single person should use. Again, the uses of this product are amazing, as we already talked about, by taking the product internally, by putting it under your tongue sublingually, by adding it to water, using it on your skin topically. This is a true life changer. So if you just want to find 2 people that could benefit from the product and are also looking for a way to make some extra income, and do that within 10 days, there's no reason why you shouldn't be making a strong 6-figure residual income within your first 90 days. Even if you're only even 10% of that, still going to put you at over $1,000 per month within your first 90 days in a brand new business. So the sky's the limit here, and everybody can have the chance to succeed. The last thing I'm going to cover, and I'm just going to spend a couple minutes, we've already been going for a little over 30 minutes here, so the last couple minutes I'm just going to explain the system. So right now, again, you have a free enrollment system where people can actually get a spot for free up until the 15th. Now once we launch our actual system, that will still continue. So they'll still be able to get a free position in the 2-team plan indefinitely, and every single week we will be sending out emails, sending out notifications of how their team's growing, and as soon as somebody upgrades, then every single person that hasn't upgraded will be getting an email and will be getting sent a message that you have to upgrade by Tuesday night or Wednesday night, whatever the cutoff date is, or you're going to miss out on these active distributors. Missing out on those active distributors could eventually be missing out on thousands and thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in volume. And remember, the volume is what you get paid on, not the levels, nor doesn't matter who sponsored them. So if that volume is sponsored by you, it's sponsored by your upline, or sponsored by your downline, none of that matters. It's all the same. You just need volume on two teams, and the rest takes care of itself. So that's one of the things. There still will be the free enrollment ongoing, where people can, get into the back office, see the tools, see the training. But in addition to that, we're going to have a call center. We already have the call center that will be taking your calls over 50 hours per week. So that gives you the ability that all you need to do is actually market, and we take care of the rest. So we have postcards that you can mail out, leads that you can mail them to. We have online leads that you can purchase, and their CV paid on the leads that you purchase. So whether it's postcards and names and you're mailing it out, they call a sizzle line, they watch a video, and then they call the call center. The call center answers all the questions. The call center isolates objections and closes the sale. You get paid all of the commissions. So what this does is it makes it easier for people to duplicate and easier for people to retain, because the number one key to retention is really, there's three things. There's the price of the product, there's the quality of the product. Those are two things that will help with retention, but the biggest thing for retention is getting people making money. And if people are making money and the system's working, your retention is much better. If they're not making money and the system's not working, it almost doesn't matter what the product is and what the cost is. It's going to be difficult to maintain good retention. So here's the issue. In most systems, here's how it works. I have to build a list. So I have to, build a list. I have to promote. And what that's going to do is people are going to respond. When somebody responds, then I need to present the business to them, whether it's myself, whether it's a three-way call or something like that. After the presentation, then I need to see if they have questions. I have to answer their questions. I have to see if they have concerns. I have to isolate and overcome their concerns. And then I have to close the sale. And unfortunately, that's the easy part of the business, because that's a skill that you're in control of. You can, work on it. You can train yourself. You can develop that skill. But here's the difficult thing. Now you have to teach that brand new person how they can go out there and build a list and promote, present the business to the list, overcome the objections, answer all of the questions, close the sale, and then they have to teach that person how to do the same thing. And that becomes very difficult to duplicate. And if it's difficult to duplicate, it becomes difficult to retain. So what we've done with O2 Worldwide and the Let Us Close call center is we've actually taken care of most of these issues for you. They still have to go through them all. There still has to be the promotion, so you still have to promote. But now all of a sudden you don't have to present, you don't have to answer questions, you don't have to overcome objections, you don't have to close the sale, and you don't have to teach them how to do that either. All you have to teach them how to do is stuff like this. Teach them how to put a stamp on a postcard. Teach them how to send a text message. Teach them how to send an email. Teach them how to participate in a co-op. They don't even have to run the ad. They can just participate in a co-op. Teach them how to post on Facebook. Teach them how to put flyers out. Teach them how to put drop cards out. Those are the only things that you have to teach people how to do. Now, I have a son who just is a sophomore in high school, but I think I could have taught him all of those things by the time he was in grade school, definitely by the time he was in junior high. Obviously, if most kids that are literally in grade school, they already know how to post on social media. They know how to send a text. They know how to send an email. They know how to, put out a drop card. They know how to put a stamp on a postcard. So the skill set to succeed in O2 Worldwide and Let Us Close is literally just that of somebody in grade school that can just do some basic things. Put a stamp on a postcard, send an email, participate in a co-op. So it makes it so much easier for people to duplicate, and the more duplication you can have, you have to look at that. This goes with geometric progression throughout your entire organization. And a lot of people don't realize this. If you could sponsor 2 people per month, just 2 people a month, we're not talking about 2 people a day or 2 people a week. If you could sponsor 2 people a month and actually duplicate that, by the end of 1 year, you're going to be making over $1 million per month in pretty much any organization, period. I mean, 2 people a month and duplicating where every single person signs up 2 per month. You can't even imagine how big your organization gets. If you signed up 1 person per month and duplicated that effort at 1 person per month, that's still going to put you at a strong 6-figure residual income. In most cases, multiple 6-figure residual income just at the end of a year. So it's not like you have to sponsor, 10 people a month or 20 people a month. If you can sponsor 1 or 2 people a month, And when you have all these tools and resources and everything that we have, first off, what we feel is the strongest product story in the industry. Second thing is a compensation plan that is the strongest in the industry. And the third thing, a system that's the strongest in the industry. You put all those three things together, and then you have your startup packages between $39.95 and $59.95, something that every single person can afford, 100% money back guarantee, so the company's taking all of the risk. Then hopefully you can understand what you really have here at your fingertips and how powerful this business truly can be. So that's really all we have to say tonight. This is recorded. We are doing a replay at 10 p.m. Eastern. So again, everybody right now has the opportunity, whether you're hearing about this for the first time, if you're hearing about this for the first time, you was invited by somebody. If you was invited by somebody, get their link. The second that you sign up, you're going to have your own link. You can start promoting. Everybody else who already has their link, take this time over the next 2 to 3 weeks and try and do that 10-day plan. Try and get 2 people today, help them get 2 tomorrow, etc., and start off, the very first day with 1,000 people in your organization and hope to get 10 or 25 or 50% of them to actually upgrade, and you can be making hundreds or thousands of dollars your very first week. So again, thanks everybody. We want to do this call before the end of the year and just kind of give everybody an update and a little bit more information on the product, on the compensation plan, and on the system. So hopefully this is some information that you find useful. And again, I appreciate it and hope to be talking to you all soon. Thanks everybody and have a fantastic night.